No intro for this video. It doesn't even deserve an intro. I don't even want to do this video, but I'm freaking fired up about the subject we're talking about today. I've had countless subscribers ask about GoPro stock because it's been downgraded 3 times within like the past 6 days. It's ridiculous, and GoPro stock has just been obliterated. It's been obliterated ever since really January because analyst after analyst has come out downgrading the stock. So we're going to look at some analysts today. We're going to really see how little they know and how big of a deal it is to even pay attention to analysts, and how you should never pay attention to analysts, guys. We're going to view all these today, and I'm going to explain to you my side of things. So first off, analysts. Generally speaking, these analysts, they come out of college, they graduate, they go straight to work for these Wall Street firms. They've never created a business in their life. They can't even invest in the stocks they talk about. It's illegal to do that. You cannot even invest in the stocks they talk about. So they're not investing. They're not investors. They're not stock market investors. They're not stock market experts. They've never created a business in their life. They've never made a dime on their own name. They just get their paychecks every week, and they want us to listen to them? Never made a dime in the stock market, never created a business, but yet you're going to tell me how to run a business. You're going to tell me what the future of a business is. You're going to tell me where a stock's going over time. And you've never done it for yourself. Give me a freaking break. So let's view some things here, and we'll look at how stupid these analysts are. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm freaking fired up. This is probably the most fired up I'll ever be on a video, and probably the most negativity you'll ever see coming out of me in a video. But we got some fire to bring to these guys today. So let's look at this. So this is from July 31st, 2015, less than 2 years ago. Less than 2 years ago. GoPro stock jumping following city upgrade. Okay, so this city analyst shares of GoPro were jumping 3% up to $63.59. Remember, this stock is $8 currently. It's below $8, I think. I think it's 7 something. In the early market trading on Friday, after analysts at Citi upgraded the action camera maker this morning, the firm raised their price target on GoPro to $90 from $63. Citi analysts pointed to the mega trends in flying cameras, virtual reality space. Analysts see the drone opportunity as attractive and expects GoPro to rake in sales of anywhere from $5 billion to $10 billion by 2020, guys. I'm a GoPro bull. You guys know that. Well, I don't even expect them to do anywhere close to $5 to 10 billion. I think it's possible they could do maybe $4 billion in revenue by 2020, but $5 to 10 billion, what are you smoking? And this shows the pure nonsense. $5 to 10 billion in sales. And remember, this is less than 2 years ago. Less than 2 years ago, this analyst came out when GoPro was a hot stock at that time. Upgraded them, guys. Upgraded them. Okay, let's go to the next one. Aaron Murphy of Piper Jaffray rates GoPro as an overweight. And we're going to talk about Aaron Murphy a little later, guys. Rates as an overweight. This is another one from less than 2 years ago. An upgrade from the previous rating of neutral. The price target on the stock was set for $55. The primary reason Murphy upgraded the stock was a survey recently published by Piper Jaffray that suggested increasing uptake of the company's devices. The survey showed that the company's device ownership is nearing 18%, up 13% from 2014. So we're going to look at this lady a little bit later, guys, and go into depth on her and see what's really going on. But an upgrade because of a survey to $55. Wow. Okay, let's go to the next one. We upgrade GoPro to overweight and raise our price target to $65 on solid execution, new products, acquisitions, external hires, and continued brand strength. These guys upgrade. This is Barclays Bank, one of the biggest banks in Europe, probably the biggest investment bank in Europe. They upgraded to $65, guys. This was less than 2 years ago once again. Okay, let's go to the next one. Friday morning, however, JP Morgan, this one's from about 2 years and 3 months ago. JP Morgan analyst Paul Coster rekindled the fire, upgrading GoPro to an overweight from a neutral with a $70 price target. Why? He sees big catalysts ahead, including holiday sales, lean inventories, upcoming consumer electronics shows, and international expansion. Oh, gosh. And back then, GoPro was one of the most overpriced stocks I'd ever seen. And I didn't pay super close attention to GoPro back then, but I kind of saw some of this stuff because GoPro was talked a lot about on TV and whatnot. And I was like, They're freaking clueless, man. These guys are freaking clueless on what. See, the stock was trading over $60, and they had one product at that time. One product, cameras. They had some accessories to go with that. One product, and they're upgrading the stock to past $60, a $65 price target from Barclays. And it was analyst after analyst after analyst after analyst upgrading the stock. And mind you, this is 2 years ago. Some of this is not even 2 years ago. It's a year and a half ago, guys. Now, let's look at today. Let's fast forward. So this is from actually yesterday. This is part of the reason why GoPro stock fell drastically yesterday. Shares of GoPro hit record lows Monday after a second major downgrade on concerns of the action camera maker has reached its limits of its markets. The stock fell nearly 8%, hovering a little above $8, blah, blah, blah. Goldman Sachs downgraded it to a $6 price target from $9.50. GoPro faces significant challenges following saturation of its core action camera market, product rollout issues in the holiday season, and disappointing entry into the drone market. Analyst Simona Janikowski, who we're going to look at in just a second, wrote in a note to clients. Okay, so this is another thing that bothers me about these analysts. What the hell sometimes they want to talk short term. Sometimes they want to look back into the past. What does the last holiday season have to do with anything in the future? And then sometimes they want to look to 2020, and that was 2015. Remember, a few pages ago, they were talking about 2020. So they're talking about 5 years in the future. Now they're looking in the past and saying, well, because this happened in the past, we're downgrading the stock to a $6 stock now. Are you short term? Are you long term? What are you, analysts? This is another thing that drives me nuts. You know, if like when I talk, I'm talking a minimum of 1 year if I'm looking into a stock, mainly like 3 years out plus, but a minimum a year. These guys, it's like, wait, no, they care about the past. No, they care about what's going to happen in the next quarter. No, they care about what's happening 2 quarters ahead. No, now they care about what's happening a year ahead. Oh, gosh. Okay, so let's look at this analyst here. Goldman Sachs analyst Simona Janikowski assumes coverage on Apple. Goldman Sachs assumed coverage on Apple from Bill Shop to Simona Janikowski with a buy rating. This is from 2015, September 22nd, 2015, a price target of $163. They slapped a $163 price target on Apple on September 22nd, 2015. Well, the next year, September 22nd, 2016, the stock was at $114. So why did they even try to do these price targets, guys? It's like maybe they can get lucky, but give me a break, you're not even close. And this is the majority of the time. They're never even close in these price targets to the downside or the upside, guys. So this Simona, right? I did a little research on her. Simona earned a a bachelor's of science degree in chemical engineering from the University of California, Berkeley, blah, blah, blah. Chemical engineering. You earned a chemical engineering degree. And you want me to listen to you about business. You've never created a business for yourself in your life. You've never invested and made a lot of money in the stock market. And you want me to listen to you as a chemical engineer. Chemical engineer, guys. Oh, gosh, it's painful. It's painful. I'm going to have the big one when I'm like 45 years old and doing these videos. I'm telling you, it's painful. Chemical engineering. Never ran a business in your life. And I'm going to listen to you, and people should listen to you. Oh, give me a break. So now let's go back and look at Erin Murphy. Piper Jaffray analyst Erin Murphy is divided on expectations between GoPro and Fitbit ahead of their third quarter results, blah, blah, blah. She was kind of bullish on Fitbit. She's probably one of the biggest bears on the street as far as GoPro goes. So let's look at her. As usual, we recommend taking analyst notes with a grain of salt. According to TipsRank, analyst Erin Murphy ranked 3,970 out of 4,178 analysts. She's one of literally the worst analysts in the world, and this is like the face of bearish analysts on GoPro. She's like the most bearish of the bearish. You know, she's like the one that has been bearish for several months now, guys. And this is the one we're supposed to listen to. 3,900 and something ranked out of 4,100. Holy smokers. And listen to this. So here's even better. Piper Jaffray analyst Erin Murphy came out to defend Fitbit. This is in January 2016, so barely over a year ago, a year and 2 months ago or whatever. She came out to defend Fitbit, which was down like 12% that day after announcing the new Blaze. So she talks about all that stuff, but let's mainly go down and look toward the bottom. The firm maintained, so her basically, an overweight rating on Fitbit with a price target of $60. $60, guys. This was a little over 1 year ago. She had a $60 price target on Fitbit. Fitbit right now is a $6 stock. Oh gosh, I hope you guys can see why these analysts are just freaking clueless. It's unbelievable. So analysts, here's just something interesting I found out. How much do these analysts actually make? Well, on average in the United States, an analyst makes around $56,000, right? In New York City, they make on average around $122,000. I'm like, how does an analyst even like make it out in New York City? $122,000. If you live where I live in Nevada, you live, some of the places I live, like Charlotte, North Carolina, or Phoenix, Arizona, you can live like a king if you make $122,000 a year. You can probably have a 5-6 bedroom house and live like a king. When you live in New York City, you're making $122,000. It's like, holy smokes, that's like tough. So, anyways, analysts, do you listen to them? I don't. You can if you want to. If you want to listen to analysts, you can listen to analysts. A bunch of people that have never done anything in their lives as far as business, a bunch of people that have never invested money, and they can't even invest money in the stocks. If they're negative on a position, they can't even short that position. If they're super bullish on such and such stock, they cannot even go long that stock, guys. It's illegal for them to do it. So should you even listen to them? Why would you? I mean, you can. It would be like me. Okay, I've never really played soccer. Yeah, never really played soccer, right? I could start studying soccer and those kinds of things and learning about soccer, and then I could start preaching to soccer players, okay, this is how you become a great soccer player. Would that make any sense? I've never played soccer for myself, but because I studied a little bit, and I don't really have a soccer background, but I studied a little bit, so now you should listen to me as soccer. I haven't been in a fist fight since I was in probably the 5th grade. And let's say, but I watch some boxing matches, right? I watch some UFC sometimes. So therefore, I know a lot about boxing. So I'm going to teach you how to be the best fighter, how to beat anybody up in a fight. I've watched a couple martial arts videos on YouTube before. So like, I know so much about like fighting now. So you should listen to me on how to become a professional fighter and kick anybody's ass. Give me a break. That's what these people are trying to do. Oh gosh. It's a painful video. Have a good day, though.